Hello, thank you for being with us today. We are here to propose three new product ideas that could be launched in Mexico, given the economic research we have compiled.
In comparing Mexican culture to the culture of the United States using the Hofstede culture dimensions, it was found that the major differences were power distance, uncertainty avoidance, and individualism versus collective culture. It is important to highlight the cross-cultural differences as we explore business opportunities in Mexico. Because of the power distance cultural difference, Mexico is a hierarchical society, which means that the people accept a hierarchical order in which everybody has a place and which needs no further justification. Because of the uncertainty avoidance cultural difference, Mexicans have a very high preference for avoiding uncertainty. Because of the individualism versus collective culture difference, Mexicans depend on a collective society where decisions are expected to be made with the group versus accepting decisions made by individuals.
There are four global business culture scales: communicating, evaluating, disagreeing, and scheduling. Mexico and the United States are not dramatically different in their business cultures. The largest cultural variance is the communicating scale. Management should understand that their Mexico staff is not going to explicitly say what they are thinking or experiencing. It may be challenging for management to get direct answers or have a clear understanding of the work environment. Any problems in the workplace will not be directly communicated from staff. Management can potentially avoid these problems by being more hands-on with their team and observing unspoken communication. Evaluating. Negative feedback evaluations should be avoided or given as a general evaluation to the entire team, which allows them to recognize and fix their own mistakes without being individually addressed. Disagreeing. Not a huge difference when it comes to disagreements, but better to be non-confrontational when possible. Scheduling could be a pressure point for American management. Mexico counterparts are more flexible with their processes and checklists. Provide a schedule and deadline for projects, but be adaptable and leave wiggle room for any interruptions.
The people in Mexico are friendly yet non-committal when it comes to negotiation, being almost afraid to finish a deal quickly. During the early times in the negotiation process, we should not rush to close the deal, but seek to befriend our partners along the way. We must be able to create these friendships during our negotiations so that both ourselves and our partners are comfortable closing the deal. When it comes to closing the deal, we need to come with a firm idea of what will best benefit both parties and allow for little to no further delays. Taking our time to cultivate a friendship is good, but wasting time, not closing deals, can affect our progress in the nation. Creating these solid friendships with our partners in Mexico and being willing to finish strong on the deals will be key to our progress in the nation, giving our partners the confidence to work with us in the future. Mexico shares a government structure with America, in that it is run by three main branches of government, headed by an elected president. While the styles of the two governments are similar and therefore should work the same in theory, they effectively do not in actuality. Corruption is a word often associated with the Mexican government. Whether it's the police force or the many drug cartels in the nation, the government is pulled many directions by these parties, making it hard to regulate the market from a governmental standpoint.
Mexico's economic freedom score is 66, making it rank 67 in the world. Mexico's overall score is above the world average. According to the index, Mexico scores strongly in trade freedom and investment freedom. It shows that Mexico is open up to doing business with other countries. However, Mexico scores low in government integrity and judicial effectiveness. It means that Mexico has corruption problem. Therefore, when we are doing business with Mexico, we have to keep an eye on this category.
Starting a business in Mexico can be done in 8 steps. First, you must gain the use of a company name online. This can be done through the Ministry of Economy. This takes about 2 days and is of no additional charge. Second, the public notary must get involved. It is said that the notary prepares the deed and parties sign it at the notary public. Again, this process takes about 2 days. This step is more costly, with both notary fees and registration fees adding up to about $1,338.60. Once this is complete, you must follow the preceding 6 steps. File the deed of incorporation with the Public Registry of Commerce, obtain a tax registry number with the tax authorities, register with the Mexican Social Security Institute, register with the local tax authorities for payroll tax enrollment, notify the local government online of the opening of a mercantile establishment, and register the National Business Information Registry. These 6 steps are of no additional charge and will take an average of 5 days to complete.
Mexico has signed 14 free trade agreements with over 50 countries in the world. 2 of the top free trade agreements in Mexico are North American Free Trade Agreements and European Union-Mexico Free Trade Agreements. Under the NAFTA, which is North American Free Trade Agreements, almost 70% of U.S. imports from Mexico and 50% of U.S. exports to Mexico immediately receive duty-free. With the NAFTA, the tariff can be lower between Mexico, USA, and Canada. The European Union-Mexico Free Trade Agreement, 99% of product will be traded between the two sides with duty-free. This agreement helps the trading and businesses go easier with Mexico and European Union.
Today, Mexico is one of the world's leading countries when it comes to allowing and encouraging foreign direct investment. Mexico does restrict some sectors of their economy to Mexico alone. These include petroleum, the distribution of electricity, radioactive materials, orienting of money, and ports of entry. Some sectors have limited access and aren't restricted fully, like energy, power generation, telecommunications, and retail fuel cells. Mexico's strongest sectors include manufacturing, electricity, water and gas supply, finance, retail and wholesale trade, and financial services. Mexico's weaker sectors are the educational system, transport, and oil. Mexico incentivizes foreign direct investment through their already large domestic market, strategic locations of markets, a skillful workforce, and a diversified economy. Mexico also uses special economic zones that are created to attract companies to invest in underdeveloped areas. Sectors encouraged in these special zones include manufacturing, technology, and finances. Mexico will reward companies that do business in these special zones by giving them trade facilities, duty-free custom benefits, infrastructure, development privileges, easier regulatory processes, and great tax benefits.
While the GDP in Mexico hasn't been particularly bad over the last few years, this isn't the indicator that gives us the best look at the economic state of Mexico. The main indicator to show how the Mexican GDP is really doing at this point in time is the annual GDP growth shown on this slide. As we can see, over the past few years, the rate of growth of the annual GDP has been at a steady decline until going negative just this last year, meaning that GDP is now dropping. What's not shown on this graph is that the estimated growth percentage as of July of 2020 is floating around negative 12%, meaning that this decline is only getting steeper for the foreseeable future.
As evident in the graph above, Mexico experienced an exchange rate increase between the years 2015 and 2016. On average, it has slowly increased since 2016, and as of April 2020, it reached an all-time high at $25.78. Typically, an increase in monetary value is a great sign of a solid economy. However, that is not the case in all situations. During the time of Mexico's peso increase, their president decided to focus on what is called carry trading. Carry trading is defined as a strategy that involves borrowing at a low interest rate and investing in an asset that provides a higher rate of return. This means that Mexico is highly counting on the United States economy for their success, and that this is a short-term answer that will ultimately not hold in the long run. However, it has been doing well since 2015, and it doesn't show any sign of dropping.
The first product that we want to talk about is the lake fan. We know that during the summertime, it's really hot in Mexico. And people in Mexico, most of them, they need to work outdoor. So the lake fan is perfect for them. All we need to do is put the fan around your leg, and then you can just do whatever you want with your hand. No need to hold a fan or carry anything to cool you down. The lake fan can do it for you. And we don't find any local store or shop that is selling the fan. The only way that you can purchase in Mexico is go online like Amazon or other website to purchase a fan from other places. However, this costs more money. This cost additional cost is the shipping fee. So we decide to import the whole fan from other places like China. It only costs less than $1 to buy a fan, and then we can just import to Mexico and start selling in Mexico locally. The price can be lower than purchasing online. So there is no other competition, and this is a great market, great potential in the market.
Soccer is Mexico's favorite sport. Mexicans enjoy both watching and playing soccer. One could say that Mexico's passion and love for soccer is a huge part of their culture as well. Because of this, we believe that soccer balls could be a very valuable product for our company while attempting to do business within Mexico. While Mexico has plenty of soccer balls in the country, they are often cheaply made and don't last long. Our company would make authentic, great quality, and long-lasting soccer balls, which aren't the most common in Mexico. An issue that Mexico faces is when Mexican companies or Mexican individuals want a soccer ball of this making, they often must look outside of Mexico and order them from the United States or China. Mexico receives most of their high-quality soccer balls from importing them. There aren't many in-home options for soccer balls like this because there aren't many large manufacturing companies that undertake the manufacturing of soccer balls in Mexico. Our competition consists of extended families and certain individuals stitching and making soccer balls by themselves to sell each day. One report states that one individual can make up to 5 soccer balls a day for 50 cents each. These hard-working families and individuals aren't making a great living from doing this, but they do have the skill set. Our company could take out a lot of our competition by actually hiring families and individuals like this who have the right skill sets and pay them even more for their work. This also benefits us as a company because of Mexico's lower manufacturing costs and labor costs. This will also allow for Mexicans to buy cheaper, great quality soccer balls in Mexico rather than spending more on importing them. For us to make a product like soccer balls work in Mexico, we would have to import synthetic leather and rubber and latex bladders for each soccer ball, most likely from the United States. The actual production of soccer balls in Mexico won't bring too many cultural issues into play, but how our company is managed by us with our foreign cultures to Mexicans could prove difficult for both parties to get used to.
With the many issues rampaging through Mexico at this time, it has become harder and harder for its people to afford the necessities. This is why we propose an introduction of assemble-yourself furniture to the market. This furniture will be cheap and easy to make, ranging from bookshelves to nightstands that nearly any Mexican citizen could get their hands on. Having such easy access to newer furniture can give us a competitive edge in the furnishing market in Mexico. As for how this furniture will be manufactured and sold, it is simple. We import the furniture materials to our manufacturing plant in Mexico, where we will hire the locals to finish, package, and ship these furniture bundles to the Mexican people. There are a few immediate issues that stem from this plan that would need to be marketed around. The main concern would be that the majority of Mexican people live in multi-generational houses with all or nearly all of their family. This means that a lot of the furnishing in these homes has been around for generations, and with Mexican people being so respectful of those who have come before them, could make it difficult to market new furniture that might end up replacing what has been around for so long. However, if we are able to hurdle the obstacles, we believe that this type of furniture could do very well being sold in Mexico.